Okay, everybody, it is Le Cordon Quarantine going on tonight. I got all kinds of stuff rigged up here. Y'all have no idea. So tonight, what we are cooking, and just so you guys know, I cannot see your comments because I cracked my screen, so I can't do it front facing, at least not on Facebook. On IG, I probably can, but on Facebook, I can't. So tonight this is the fourth segment, I think, in Le Cordon Quarantine, where I'm trying to give some helpful tips on some stuff to cook since we're all locked in and we, obviously, some folks ain't got nothing to do. Well, here you go. Y'all like my new kicks? Got them today. Number 7. I got 7 pairs of glasses. But anyway, so tonight is going to be oxtails. So I found a Korean barbecue sauce and I put it on every meat possible that I could think of, and it is damn good. I don't care what meat you put it on. I put it on salmon. I've put it on ribs. I've put it on short ribs. I put it on chicken. I don't care what it is you put it on. It is good. So a lot of y'all have heard me talk about me making stuff with it. So oxtails with this Korean barbecue sauce is off the chain. Hey, when I tell you the best oxtails you'll ever taste. So first and foremost, let me show you guys the brand that I use. And if you can't get it, that's fine. But it's a Korean barbecue sauce, the Kalbi Bulgogi. And this one is, it looks like a Juma Republic. So this is the one that I use. This particular one I get from Publix. Now, your other grocery stores will have in the international aisle, they will have Korean barbecue sauce also. And that's fine if you can't get this particular one. I like this one because it has a little bit of the sesame seeds in it. But if you can't get this particular one, then when you go to the grocery store, there'll be 3 or 4. You want the bulgogi, but if you kind of take the bottle and maybe do this, if it's thick, you want it to be thicker. Some of them are really watery, but if you can't get one that's thick, then just go ahead and just get one and just do what you can with it. But Publix, definitely, and I love Publix. Shout out to Publix. Publix always has the good stuff. So I got my Korean barbecue sauce. I got my crock pot here. All right, and so what I'm going to do is, because this is going to take about 6 hours to make in the crock pot, that's why I'm doing it today. Because you can either get up in the morning and do it in the morning, or you can start this bad boy tonight, like at 12 o'clock when you go to sleep, and then when you wake up in the morning, your house is going to smell so damn good. You might want to skip brunch and just go straight to dinner. So I'm doing that. I'm also going to kind of show you, I make rice and beans, and I usually do it from scratch on top of the stove. I've never done it in my rice cooker. My sister says it works. So I'm going to be trying it for the first time. Of course, you won't see that. You know, this takes time, both of these dishes. So hopefully tomorrow you guys will post your pictures of how your stuff came out. I'm also going to probably go online for a little bit and then kind of let you guys see, you know, how the dinner came out. So it's going to be oxtails or Korean barbecue sauce. And then we have rice and beans that we're going to do in the rice cooker. So, all right. So first, your oxtails. Now, I wash my meat. So what you want to do with this is you want to put your oxtails in the crock pot. If you want, you can put them in the crock pot, and you can, literally, you do not need to season your meat when doing this, because this sauce already has enough seasoning in it. If you put any other seasoning on your meat, it will probably make it too salty. So you take your Korean barbecue sauce, shake it up. And what you can do is, if you want to start it, let it kind of just sit and marinate in it. You can do that. But remember, it's going to be slow cooking in the crock pot anyway, so it kind of marinates. And I literally use, it'd be nice if I could take the darn, you know, thingy off. And I thought I put my do not disturb on. But I actually try to put half the bottle. I try to make it where, hold on a second here. Let me get my knife. I don't see my, well, we're going to use this. So I'm just going to kind of move my oxtails around and all right, and get it on up in there. And I'm actually going to put like half of this bottle, and I'm going to try to see if I can show you guys what it looks like, but Yeah, and it has the little things here so you can see how much is left in the bottle. I would do like half of the bottle so it's nice and coated. I don't know if you guys can see. So it's nice and coated in the crock pot. I like my sauce thick on this, so I don't even put water, but if you feel a little you could put a little bit of water in it just to kind of loosen it up. I would just monitor it once the oxtails are cooking as to whether you want to add a little bit of water to it or not. Then I would do that. So what I suggest is putting this on the crock pot. I just spilled sauce on me. Put your crock pot on, and I would put it on low for 6 hours. So if you start it tonight, 6 hours, 6 o'clock in the morning, or whatever time you go to bed, I would monitor it, because if you got some good oxtails, then I would just check for the tenderness of the actual meat to see if you need to let it go on any longer. You might not. That sucker should fall off the bone, like really like just melt in your mouth off the bone. So this will cook for 6 hours. What you can do is, if you want to throw some vegetables in there, you can. I actually have some carrots that I got that towards the end, because I don't want my carrots to be mushy, but I also want them to have the nice seasoning of the Korean barbecue sauce. About maybe, they're frozen, so maybe an hour, 45 minutes before I think it's going to be done, I'll throw the carrots in, and you'll have the carrots in with your oxtails. So there you get your vegetable. So as far as your rice is concerned, you can, in your rice cooker, what you can do is, and rice and beans is kind of hard, so the trick is you don't want too much liquid, because then your rice is going to be mushy mush and you ain't going to want to eat it. Rather you have not enough liquid, and then the rice may still be hard, but then you can sprinkle water on the rice and then let it continue to cook, than for you to put too much rice and then your rice is all mushy. So it's just little old me here. I got all this food. I don't know, what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take like a cup of rice, and yeah, spilled some, whatever. I'm not trying to be perfect, So in my rice cooker, I'll put a cup of rice, and then, sorry y'all, but I got real beans because I make my beans from scratch. Sorry. But I'm going to pour mine in here. I actually have little meat up in mine, but you want to make sure that you kind of mix it up. I'm going to put a little bit of water just so that it barely covers the top of your rice. Sorry, I'm looking for my fork. So I'm just going to put enough in there that it barely covers the top of my rice. And some people don't mix it up, they wait, and some people do. But, with your kidney beans, I would actually leave the water that's in the can and put it in your, with your rice. And then you just put your rice cooker on, which I'm not going to put it on right now. I'm going to wait till a little bit later. You put your rice cooker on and you let that cook. Once your rice cooker says it's cooked, you need to test the rice, and you'll know, because if it looks really, really, really white, it's probably still hard and it's not ready yet. So then what you can do is just take a little bit of water, sprinkle it on top of the rice, put the rice cooker back on, put it back on to cook, and let that cook. So by the time you have your oxtails, which are now in here with your Korean barbecue sauce, then let it, for those of you that just came on, this is going to cook on low, which is what I have it on, for 6 hours. And I go to bed late, so I'm going to go ahead and cook mine tonight. For those of you that want to start it, I would start it up at 12 or 1, or if you get up early in the morning, go ahead, put it on, and by, if you put it on early in the morning, by, 2, 3 o'clock, your oxtails are done, and then probably maybe about 20 minutes before your oxtails should be done, then you can put on your rice. Don't forget, like 45 minutes before the oxtails are going to be done, put whatever vegetables. I'm going to put carrots. You can put broccoli. You can put green beans. Whatever vegetables you want to put in there. If you want to throw a whole bunch of other stuff in there, don't season anything, because it's going to soak up the seasoning of the Korean barbecue sauce. Again, if you want to check in the morning and if you think it needs a little bit more water, you can add a little bit of water in there just to kind of make sure that it's not dried and stuck to the crock pot. But for the most part, it won't. It's going to taste good. I guarantee y'all going to be saying, that damn Dawn, I tell you what. So, I don't know, Cooking Channel, Food Network, you might want a TV One, you might want to holler at your girl, because I do come up with some good stuff. This right here is the shiznit. That's all I have to say. You will not eat oxtails any other way once you eat them this way. I don't even like to share. I ain't sharing none of these. Not happening. When I first made them, I didn't even tell my son I had them because he would have wanted some and I didn't want to share. So, oxtails, rice and beans, whatever vegetables. If you guys do this tonight or if you do it tomorrow for your Sunday dinner, please DM me if you're on IG, if you're on my Facebook, post a picture, take a picture. I'm going to take a picture. Facebook, I'm probably going to come on live once it's done and show it to you guys. I'd love to see what you guys have done. Thank you guys who have thanked me for the other recipe. Next week, I'm going to do a lunch. And finally, I'm going to do something baking. However, since most of y'all can't bake, I ain't doing nothing too complicated. So it'll be something that's easy, you can do, or you can give it to the kids to do, and they can be out your hair for like an hour and a half, and you can breathe or do whatever it is you need to do. But next week I will do a lunch, and then I will do a baking. So until then, or at least until tomorrow, because I would really love to see your pictures and really want to get your feedback on what you guys thought about your oxtails. So just hit me up, DM, IG, Facebook. You know, go ahead and hit me up and let me know what you think and how your Korean barbecue oxtails turned out. Until then, guys, see you tomorrow. And don't mind while I'm taking off my camera, because, yeah, those are croissants that I made earlier today. Check y'all later. I'm checking in today because I know that yesterday we did last night we did the crock potting, can't talk today, with the oxtails. And I'm tuning in because I'm curious to know, for those of you that did it, how it turned out. My sister called me early this morning and she was just friggin' ecstatic. She used short ribs. So I'm coming on today because I want to show you guys how it turned out. And I actually didn't have to put it on, which is why I said to watch it. I didn't have to put it on for those of you doing it today. I didn't have to put it on for 6 hours. But then again, I had some good oxtail, some good meat. It was actually more like 5. And then towards the last 45 minutes, I put my carrots in there. And then I was good to go. Fall off the bone. I'm about to show y'all now. Hold on. So I ended up putting in the carrots. They were frozen, put it in, and so look at that. Oh my gosh, y'all, look, just fall off the bone. Just like, you got to be careful picking it up because ooh, it's just so good. And then I did do my rice and beans in the crock pot, and it came out pretty decent. So yeah, I got meat in my beans, so that's why there's some meat in that. And so you guys, if you did it last night, you're already done for Sunday dinner, because this is what the plate should look like. Ooh. So here's the thing. If y'all ladies did that and y'all normally don't cook and y'all make this, I'm going to tell you now, your husband or significant other, that damn blinds you wanted up, that lawn you wanted mowed, he might be out there today doing that after getting a dinner like this.